Do you think the RV will happen in waves? First dinar, then a few months later, the end? Mark Z. No, I think they will still go at the same time. This is in as the CBI states. If it was a LOP, the CBI would have said so, and the IMF would have forced them to say so publicly. It's no secret. The world knows about the monetary reform of the Iraqi dinar. The international world knows about a new exchange rate that is about to come out of this. It's no secret, everybody knows the Iraqi dinar is about to go up in value. Think of removing 3 zeros as literally, removing the old currency from circulation. That's all it means. How they do it is entice you and me and Iraqi citizens with an attractive amount. After a certain amount of all that old currency is removed, CBI will up the exchange rate in increments until it hits the rate they want. This is called a dirty float. Most likely after a while, the CBI will change this to a pure float, which is like what you see on regular forex, like the dollar does, the euro does, the pound does, etc. But that won't matter to you and me because we will have already gotten rid of our dinars and exchanged them for dollars, or whatever currency your own country uses. Question about the dinar 3 zeros video from 7172024 below. As I watched the video, it seems their illustration hints on deleting from the currency in such a way that appears they would not recognize the existing zeros and only accept larger denominations with the thought in mind that the additional 3 zeros are no longer recognized. The CBI will remove 3 zeros off 0.00076, 1,310 Iraqi dinars, $1 USD. This makes the exchange rate 76 cents. But almost at the exact same time, they will reinstate their currency internationally to $3.22, and possibly add inflation for 20 years to it, 20%, up to $3.86. Reinstating it means we can exchange the dinar internationally just like any other currency. If you have a 50k note and you live inside of Iraq, that 50k note is going to be on a completely different exchange rate. The exchange rate will have value. It'll be based off the American dollar, maybe 1 to 1 or more. When it goes international in a float, it's going to go up and they're going to cap it and everybody's happy. Iraq continues to add to their maritime fleet. They have 2 used ships with 5 under construction. This will cost a large amount of money. Iraq has some long-term goals. They have not paid for them yet. I believe Iraq is waiting for a change of value for the dinar. Frustrating results from Iraqi foreign ministers meeting with U.S. Treasury regarding pressures on the central bank. I keep telling people, the WTO will talk about the Iraqi exchange rate, but not in the sense that they're forcing or telling Iraq they have to change their exchange rate. That's not what they do. They just talk about trade and any hurdles that are between them and trade members. They can point something out, they can make recommendations, but it's not up the WTO when it comes to the exchange rate. I know people are telling you it's going to be on July 18th, they're going to change the exchange rate. No, they're not. Today's exchange rate at 1310, its reciprocal is about 0.007633. Drop those 3 zeros off an exchange rate and you have value to the currency. It's that simple. It doesn't make sense to anybody to print new currency as far back as 2018 with new small denominations to not have a reason for value. It just doesn't make sense to anybody, especially when the United States is holding significant portion of Iraq dinar as are other coalition forces. All boats rise with the tide. The spokesman for the Popular Legal Movement, Mohammed al-Sahaf, called on the government today, Thursday, to overcome American restrictions and foreign dictates, stressing the need to set a timetable for the complete withdrawal of foreign forces. Al-Sahaf rejected, in a statement to Al-Maluma agency, any procrastination in removing American forces from Iraq, as this procrastination is an American bet to gain time and prolong the presence of these forces, whose criminality is witnessed by everyone. He called on the government to fulfill its obligations because the file of preserving national sovereignty and liberation from the restrictions of foreign guardianship is the most important. Government advisor expected a ministerial reshuffle in the current government before the end of this year, 2024. The advisor, who refused to disclose his name, said that the ministerial reshuffle may take place before the end of this year, and will be based on evaluations of the minister's performance, especially after approving the budget and proceeding with the programs of all ministries in the country. He stressed the existence of a prior understanding between the Prime Minister and the leaders of the political blocs on various files in the country. Meanwhile, Member of Parliament, Mohammed Jassim Al-Kafaji, said that there are evaluation committees within the government responsible for evaluating the work of the ministries and adhering to the government's program. Al-Kafaji added, in a press statement, that, after more than a year and a half since the formation of the government, which committed itself to a ministerial reshuffle within the government's program for evaluation, the government reshuffle in Iraq could be soon.